All right, Abusafor, welcome to Gold Coast Media. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and also subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and also follow us and like our videos on Facebook. And then on the floor of Parliament, Honorable Kwame Asare Obeng, your friend A plus, he made a great idea contribution at the floor of Parliament. Wokɔ social media sisi a obiara ɛreka ne ho asɛm sɛ wayɛ adeɛ paa sɛ mo a monim A plus ɔba a politics no mu ɛnkyɛeɛ ɔbɛyɛ politicians na ɛnkyɛeɛ the first time no ɔbɛyɛ MP no ɔkɔ parliament no he is trying to pick up with the others in parliament the first day a ɔyɛ contribution ɛwɔ parliament no ɛkɔɔ yie maa no kakra ɔho na amanfoɔ ɛreka sɛ o say no Kasano, he was stammering, his English wasn't on point and stuff. And then so he has made his second contribution on the floor of Parliament. And the contribution not there about John Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ni 24-hour economy, and ne Nkuko Nketekete policy na Odebano. Kwame A plus Emma breakdown of Nkuko Nketekete na break down the profit involved, that the employment that when you involve yourself in the employment that it will bring to the economy, to the youth of Ghana, breakdown in. And this evening on social media, a lot of people are applauding him for that. Sana ese MPs no, sana ese contribution in here on the floor of Parliament. And truly speaking, his contribution today was perfect. Though even must say the broth no na nsisi so Charlie, even normal, even first time in go parliament by the force, Charlie, he the force. So we have to give him all the opportunity. I say a man opportunity no. Wow, those that are against him or yes, or kasa or Charlie, wukwa na yede ukọ hɔ a nka menu abema menu aba wontumi nkasa. Nti wo de mo man ko tie contribution a ɔyɛ ansɛm a ɔkae a ɔkasa wie kura no na MPs no ɔmani agye na ɔmo ɛbɔ nsɛm ama no Charlie sɛ wayɛ adeɛ mo man ko tie na embra.
Don't worry, Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I also want to thank the President for coming.
You have 10 minutes.
Coming to the House to fulfill his constitutional mandate. I've heard a lot of my colleagues say that the President came to lament, and I think that even if the President came to lament, he only came to continue the lamentation of the previous government, where we had their own MPs in this chamber organizing a press conference to call on the president to sack their finance minister because of the state of the nation that they were in and what they envisaged. It was not just the members of parliament who were lamenting. The people of Ghana, in their lamentation, gave them the worst result in any election in the history of the Fourth Republic. And so the president could only join in what everybody was saying. During the president's address, there were two takeaways that I would focus on, and that's the 24-hour economy and Nkuko Nketekete. Mr. Speaker, I've heard a lot of my colleagues say that how are we going to create jobs through 24 hours and Nkuko Nketekete? In fact, it was on the day of the SONA that I even realized that 24 hours and Nkuko Nketekete, you can't hear, please pay attention. I'm teaching you Agric. I'm going to teach you Agric, and I will beg you to please listen carefully. It was on that day that the president told us that 55,000 homes were going to benefit from Nkuko Nketekete. Mr. Speaker, Ghana imports about $300 million of poultry every year. Our national demand is about 400,000 metric tons every year. In fact, we produce only about 57,000 tons a year. Importation is about 270,000 metric tons a year. And the president, in his wisdom, has noticed that if 100 districts put together 500 beds for 5,000 homes, we will be making about 55,000 homes, raising 500 beds, a total of about 2,000, a total of per cycle. And when I say cycle, from day old, week 7, you complete one cycle. And so the president came and told us that in a cycle, 55,000 homes can raise 500 beds each. Mr. Speaker, this will help reduce dependency on importation. It will strengthen our food security. It will create opportunities. It will create jobs. And it will help the youth enter into agriculture. Mr. Speaker, how will this work? And how are we going to make money from Nkuko and Nketekete? How will this work, and how are we going to make money from Nkuko and Nketekete? It costs about 71 cedis to raise a bed from day 1 to 3 kilos. To raise a bed to 3 kilos, you need to give it about 4.5 kilos of feed. Every 1 kilo of feed it eats again, 1.5 kilo of feed it eats against about 1 kilo weight. And therefore, before it gets to 3 kilos, you have to feed it with about 0.5 kilos of feed. This means that we have to produce a lot of maize to feed these birds, because in every kilo of feed that you feed a bird, about 60% is made up of maize, which is up to about 2.7 kilos of every 4.5 kilos of feed that you give to one bird. And so our poultry farmers, our maize farmers, this is good news that the president has given to us. According to the president, we are going to grow a lot of maize to feed a lot of birds. Mr. Speaker, apart from maize that we are going to grow to feed birds, we are also going to make a lot of manure. Ghana imports so much fertilizer. In 2023 alone, we imported over $200 million worth of fertilizer. And therefore, under the Nkuko and Nketekete program, we are going to get a lot of manure. In fact, every bed, and these ones are fact, every bed that you raise at 3 kilos produces about between 2 to 4 kilos of droppings in a lifetime. And this is what we call fresh manure. And when I say fresh manure, I'm talking about 70% water and 75% water, 25% dry manure. And so, under this program, Nkuko and Nketekete, we are going to be able to produce manure here in Ghana, locally. If you, Mr. Speaker, I can go on and give you how much residue you make per acre when you grow maize and mix it with the chicken intestines and all to give you a certain tonnage of fertilizer every year. And this is what the president is telling us that we are going to do. Apart from that, the president is looking at putting money directly in the pockets of every household to through this program. When you raise a bird, we sell it at what is called carcass weight. Carcass weight is 2.5 kilos per broiler. The weight is 3 kilos, but when you remove the feathers and the intestine and all of that, it will be left with what we call carcass weight. At a carcass weight of about 3 kilos, you can sell it for 90 Ghana cedis. When you subtract the 71 cedis needed to raise the bed, it will be left with about 19 Ghana cedis. Multiply by 500 beds every year. Every household under this program will be making about 9,500 every 7 to 8 weeks. This is putting direct money in the pockets of the people who voted this government to power. Apart from that, to be able to feed, apart from that, if every household employs 2 people to take care of 500 beds per cycle, what it means is that directly we are employing 110,000 people in 100 districts under this program. This does not include the retailers, the wholesalers, and many others. In fact, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable member, just wind up.
Mr. Speaker, chicken feet, akoko nine, chicken feet is a huge delicacy in China. Akoko nine. In 2023 alone, China imported over $5 billion, and so no part of the chicken goes waste. And this is what was known as the cottage industry. Giving households beds, giving them medication, giving them feed, letting them raise the bed and buy them back from the farmers for slaughter. Mr. Speaker, we will need feed mills, we will need processing plants, we will need fertilizer processing plants, and all of these will go a long way to employ a lot of young people.
Thank you.
Nkuko Nketekete, the 24-hour national broiler project is a brilliant idea by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
And so he gave a breakdown of the Nkuko Nketekete policy President John Mahama Odeba Opeso Oye, starting from the district where Opese Unyai Nkuko na is a good initiative. It's a nice policy. So Kwame Plus gave us a breakdown. He gave us a breakdown of it from beginning, from scratch. Unyai Nkuko no Indiana Umbedi Senia Ubeshoma na Omunyi Swa, how you take care of them. Tell Bibre. I want to read some of the comments Kwame A plus or Kasewi and comment man for Edibai our social media. I want to read some for you. They say, what a brilliant breakdown of the benefit of Nkuko Nketekete by Kwame A plus, a genius MP. Forget about the hints in his speech. This is a well-researched and knowledgeable presentation. Well done, Honorable Obeng. As you see, great explanation. He is a businessman. As you see, well-delivered contribution. At A+, you are excellent. A+, as you see, A+, very serious and sensible guy. This is the reasonable people we need in our country and parliament. A real honorable. Just listen to him talking. You could see that the guy is up to the task. president is waiting 20 years time. San Obi can just say, I'm A plus already president 20 years, 20 years time there. Wow. Obviously, thank you, A plus, for your contribution this morning. Obviously, I'm loving A plus already. Thanks for your well-researched presentation. Charlie, most of the comments are let me say, most of the comments are positive comments. Once first day no sorry no kasa no na ne kasa mu enhyɛ da ɛnyɛ wei ɛnsisi so, but we were sorry no ma present it. I didn't know mine no, Charlie. If you venture into this Nkuko Nketekete policy, Charlie, at the end, like 5 years time, 6 years time, you will also be one of the best farmers in Ghana. So let's take this policy serious. Obviously, no wonder you are called A plus, excellent speech, Charlie. The guy gives and this thing for you. No wonder you are called A plus. Charlie, which reason now when A plus, I forget it. I said the whole school now so. We see jobs in the veterinary sector, food industry, restaurants and chop bars, fish farming to produce enough protein, source of feeding for the birds, production of soya beans for chickens, chicken feed production, etc. Most importantly, feeding ourselves with fresh food. Don't forget the direct and indirect job that will be created in the process. This policy will work if we Ghanaians put our minds and hard work on it. Great explanation from A plus. We should say he should be part of the agriculture department. Great submission. Obviously, but was that truly A plus speaking over there? What? I cannot believe he is the one. Oh, wow. Our ghetto and street MP. God bless you abundantly for such a brilliant submission. Champion Bakupe. He did his work. He did his homework very well. The NPP folks thought he is coming to fumble and ridicule him. They are shocked of his knowledge of poultry farming. Very impressive in his submission. This is the type of parliamentarian that we need who can add value to the debate. Charlie, the comments are all positive. We see A plus is learning the craft faster and is very good for his current status. We see I salute you, sir. What a brilliant submission. God bless JDM. God bless A plus. God bless Mother Ghana. We see God richly bless you, Honorable A plus. We see A plus is doing the work for the NDC people. This is what they are supposed to be doing by explaining their policy. But it seems they are not well versed to do this. And that is what makes the difference between the NPP and the NDC. Kudos to A plus. Charlie, today the A plus is for the Honorable Kwame Asarobin is for the MP for Goma Central is for the OPI can answer. Though I say some people are talking about oil Kasano, but Charlie Muntie Afuto Nyansana or Deban, Muntie Nyansana or the two form. It's a very good policy, but on say as a graduate farm, maybe school 4 years now, we say me poetry. Charlie John Dumelo, he be MPO, but he do poetry. If you know what is inside, you will start now. Don't forget to comment, like, and also subscribe to our channel for more content. Don't forget to also follow us on Facebook and like us also on Facebook, Gold Coast TV. Makramu. Nyaminkamu.